So here's what happened. Rumor has it that there was the peace deal. Those were peace talks. Nobody was going to be shooting at each other. What's up, Carlton Ray? I knew I was forgetting something with the other chat. Damn, a double decker tonight, huh? Yeah, because I thought I got everything off my mind, but I forgot about the biggest thing of all, which explains what's going on with all of these deportations and stuff. Like I said, they snuck a terrorist in here from the Middle East. It was a plane that went to the Middle East. I mean, with the terrorist du jour. This situation with Russia and Ukraine is getting out of control because of Zelenskyy. All right? Because of Zelenskyy. Remember, he came here trying to show us some pictures and plead on our sympathy, hat in hand. Oh, Massa. Oh, Mr. Trump. Oh, look at what they're doing to our people. Oh, my God. I need $200 billion. Like that was going to work. Like, dude, like, obviously, nobody told you about Trump, did they? Nobody briefed you on him, or was it did the Democrats brief you on him? He turned you down, and to be honest, nobody got mad but us in the media. The American people was like, yeah, throw the bum out, get the fuck out of here. He called JD Vance a bitch. What? Bruh, you in the White House. You don't even have the audacity to wear a suit while you're begging us for money. Yeah, how long has that damn war been going? I stopped paying attention a long time ago. Zelensky's using our reparations payment to fund the war. So it's like, dude, Trump is like, dude, I had the peace talks. So then allegedly, okay, because do understand, the last big thing that happened before all of this was that a Russian diplomat or something, somebody that was high up in the military was killed in a car bomb. All right. I mean, of course, the Palestinians. It used to, of course, the Ukrainians did it. So I think that was overlooked. I think that's when the peace deal was signed, either before or after. But at any rate, I remember somebody getting killed, and then Russia didn't retaliate. So, I mean, understand the play here. Say Zelenskyy has an unlimited supply of olive drab Under Armour shirts. Olive drab Under Armour shirts. Yeah. So, yeah, he loved dressing up in fatigues, like he's a wartime president. He's like the modern day Napoleon, but he's trying to fight a war with somebody else's money. But I mean, the EU, their stuff. Please, what you gonna do? Run in there with some suits of armor and some muskets? What? I mean, they ain't got. The UK ain't got shit. Are you kidding me? They can't even muster up 20,000 soldiers, and you lose how many a week? Oh, no. We're not doing that. No, I'm not sending men off to die just that easily. No. We need them. Just in case we have an uprising. Our social order is trash, bro. We can't spare them. Well, you can go to other countries, but I mean, we're the UK. We're the big dog. If we ain't got it, what makes you think all these other little countries in the EU got what you need? I mean, you even went to South Africa, and they definitely couldn't supply you with shit. You understand? They wasn't helping you, white boy. Ask those farmers about their government and the help they provide the white men. uh, shit. You're on your own. The United States cut you off, then you're done. Trump was all but ready to let Russia just go ahead and reclaim Ukraine. I mean, he was at his wits' ends with you. But then finally, you smartly signed the minerals deal with him because that granted you protection. We weren't going to fund anything, but it granted you protection because now you're up under U.S. rule because we're going to mine the shit out of your soil. You understand me? And we're going to protect it. We don't want to destroy it. And we know Russia don't want to destroy it. So here's the chess move. You're now up under us. You're in my game. Get behind me. I got you. Russia, chill out. All right, cool. I got him. He stopped shooting. I stopped shooting. All right, cool. That's how we're going to play it. So rumor has it that they tried to kill Putin by flying drones in front of his plane. Trying to force the plane to crash. So that's how you got these rockets in the middle of a ceasefire.
And the war in Ukraine has reached a new and dangerous height. Russia has unleashed its largest drone assault to date, while Ukraine is hitting back with bold attacks of its own. As the violence intensifies, both sides are trading blows as warnings from world leaders grow louder. Take a look.
The night sky over Ukraine pierced by the ominous buzz of drones and missiles as Russia initiated its largest aerial offensive since the invasion began. Russia launched a record-shattering drone barrage against Ukraine. In a single night, 355 Shahid-type drones and decoys rained down across the country, marking the most extensive drone strike since the war began. Ukrainian Air Force says Moscow's forces launched 9 Kh-101 cruise missiles from Tu-95MS bomber planes. The relentless, deadly assault targeted cities from Odessa to Kyiv, rocked by explosions and fires. Ukraine's air defenses were pushed to the brink, intercepting wave after wave of drones and cruise missiles. In Kharkiv, Russian forces intensified the pressure with a combination of glide bombs, drones, and artillery, hitting multiple districts and leaving destruction in their wake. The renewed wave of attacks came after US President Donald Trump called Vladimir Putin absolutely crazy and warned Moscow of new sanctions if the attacks continued.
Yeah, because in all honesty, all he had to do was just call Trump. I mean, you survived the whole drone attack. You survived the drone attack. You should have called Trump. Should have called Trump. Like, hey, look, put a leash on your dog. He just tried to ground my plane with drones. Get him before I do something. He's violating the order. That's what he should have done. But I think he was pissed because they tried to kill him. Like, in that strike right there, that was nothing. That was nothing. So I hope they don't delete Putin. Things will get bad for everyone. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Because then who the fuck is going to be leading Russia? Where do they sit ideologically? That's why Trump has been strengthening the defense system here in the United States. You see, he still got where the most of the money is being spent is in defense. Remember, they was talking about having a golden dome here over the United States, the shield over the United States. that could stop stuff from outside and coming from space. Because this shit is getting serious. So now Trump got to call him and be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing? I thought we had a deal. What is this? And then Putin's going to tell him allegedly what happened. And he's gonna be like, dude, you should have just called me. Like, I'll talk to him. Zelenskyy. Why did you do that? Why did you try to kill Putin? I thought we had a deal. But the truth of the matter is that, okay, Trump wants Russia to just completely leave Ukraine. Just withdraw all the land that you took, seceded back to Ukraine. All right. And because the only reason why you're in there is because of the minerals. So here, look, how about we work out a deal? Remove your military and we'll let you bring in your own mining facility, or we'll give you a cut. You stay on your side, I'll stay on my side. But you and Ukraine need to work out a deal on your percentage of what they get from you digging up in their soil. They need to get a cut. That's what we're doing. We got a 50-50 split. Maybe you should talk to the little guy. There's no point in holding the land if you're going to be allowed to mine the land anyway. What are you doing? It's a win-win for everybody. Nobody else has to die. Y'all just got to get together and talk. You don't even want to be in a room with him because you can't trust him because he just pulls some shit like this. Like, oh, I get it now. No wonder I kicked his little ass out of the White House. Get the fuck out of here. Go back home to mommy. A little weasel. What do they do to you when you like mess up trillions of dollars? What do they do to you when you mess up trillions of dollars? There's no way you can come back from that. We were talking about it. Dude gave Zelenskyy 3 months. He ran around pulling stunts like this. Let's see what he had to say. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll give you enough.
I'm I'm unwinding for the week. Let's go. Sorry.
I'm not happy with what Putin's doing. He's killing a lot of people, and I don't know what the hell happened to Putin. I've known him a long time, always gotten along with him, but he's sending rockets into cities and killing people, and I don't like it at all, okay? We're in the middle of talking, and he's shooting rockets into Kiev and other cities. I don't like it at all.
The Kremlin brushed off Trump's remarks, calling them emotional overload. But tensions are clearly rising, not just on the battlefield, but on the world stage. Ukraine did not sit idle. Military intelligence released footage of a daring drone strike on a Russian military fuel train in occupied Zaporizhia.
Oh, see?
Igniting a massive fireball.
Damn. So they hit a refinery?
Kyiv is sending a clear message that it is willing to take the fight beyond its borders. Amid the chaos, Russia and Ukraine completed their largest prisoner swap yet, exchanging 1,000 captives each.
Right.
Still, Moscow has rejected calls for a ceasefire, determined to keep pushing forward. As both sides escalate their attacks, the world is left watching a conflict that shows no sign of slowing down. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
Truth is, Ukraine need to stop shooting. Stop shooting. They always shooting first. Zelenskyy he wants to prolong this war. He wants to fight it out. He's trying to play Napoleon with the United States Army. Because, I mean, in his mind, he feels that now that he has the United States in his backyard, they're now partnered up. Now, if the war escalates, then the United States will beat Russia. Dude, no. That's not how this works. Because if us and Russia get into it, then I mean, that could be that could be very, 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 very bad. Because see, more than likely, we would have to hit Russia. I mean, but I don't think that this is going to happen. But for it to happen, we would have to hit Russia back on behalf of Ukraine because of our interest in Ukraine, which is what Zelenskyy is hoping for. But luckily, Trump's not a wartime president. He's a peace president. He'd rather do the art of the deal. I mean, the Houthis had to be taken out. I mean, they're terrorists. You know, they're like wildlings. There's no talking to those people. They're fanatical. At any rate, yeah, Zelenskyy has to stop firing. Ukraine has to stop firing. They stop firing, Russia will stop firing. See, now they're playing tit for tat again. And this is why people were saying that if Russia really wanted to take Ukraine, just completely take it over, they could have had that done within a week. I mean, that was such a light little love tap that they sent. That little damage they did, that was just a love tap. They haven't unleashed anything big. You know, that's just like, for them, it's like shooting a dart gun. You know, a Nerf dart gun. That's what that little skirmish was. It was like shooting a Nerf dart gun at the cat and hitting the bullseye. Across the room, even. That's a precision right there. At any rate, yeah, that was just a love tap. But you can't have that escalate, which means you need for Ukraine to stop shooting. But first and foremost, you need to ask him, why did he do that? Why did you do that? Because just like the Houthis, Trump may not be a wartime president, but he'll do what needs to get done. And if that means that you have to switch negotiators, you have to talk to the next guy. And I'm not talking about Putin. I'm talking about the next guy in Ukraine. If you need to talk to that guy, if he seems to be more willing to work with you, you know, do a ceasefire and work out a minerals deal with Russia, then that's what's going to happen. By hook or crook. You're not going to put the safety of the world at risk because, you know, you trying to be some wartime president. You are not the modern day Napoleon, dude. I do this for Ukraine. Man, you better stop. They just fired missiles into Kiev. understand. I'm all the way on the other side of the world. I don't. You see any American troops over here? Troops, weapons, and whatnot over here. By the time we get anything here, you piss them off out of those. By the time we get anything over here, there'll be nothing left. You piss him off to the point where that's what we have to start moving equipment. There'll be nothing left by the time we get there. I'm telling you, you playing a dangerous game. But just in case Russia feels froggy, Trump is dumping a lot of money in the Department of Defense. Like they said, recruitment is up. They're taking away all that. Just hang on to the pole for 3 seconds and you pass the chin up bar test. All of that stuff is gone. He talking about getting new fighter jets. I think it was something about new ships. We're going to increase the Navy. The borders are secure. You think he's going to let somebody like Zelenskyy fuck up his plans? Nah, I think, in all honesty, I wouldn't be surprised if this little stunt right here, if that whole drone situation with Putin, if it turns out to be true, I wouldn't be surprised if he decided to move on Zelenskyy. Or maybe he'll catch wind of the Russians doing something that Zelenskyy said they tried about 4 times before. Except maybe this might actually be real. Who knows? It's Zelenskyy. Maybe Trump gets the intel and look away. Maybe he don't. Maybe he just tells Zelenskyy, hey, you need to be real careful. Hey, Zelenskyy, you need to be real careful. You need to be real careful. I did tell him. I told him he needs to be real careful. Did y'all not hear me say that? I've been saying that at the end of all my press conferences. I told him he needs to be careful. That was me telling him he needs to be careful. And he got because he wasn't being careful. I mean, what? I'm not wishing it on him or anything. I'm just saying, if an intelligence report comes across his desk that might have that type of information in it, he might kind of halfway will not provide any support or aid with it. He might just tell him, hey, be careful. Repeatedly. Hopes he gets the message. So, who's second in command in Ukraine? Who? Is that who? You have him on the phone now? Okay, cool. Let me talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Let me talk to him. Maybe he understands it's best to work with us and not against us. I know. I'm sorry, I got my feet in the foot bath and I am in relaxation mode. I'm tired too. Been a good day. No, but yeah, I think this might be Zelensky's last screw up before Trump feels that he needs to talk to the next guy, because you can't have this. You can't have this. Nobody wants war. Nobody wants innocent people to be killed over, a percentage of mineral rights or something like that. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We're not going to fight the war for you, bro. You can get that out your head. I mean, they want Trump to put sanctions on Russia or whatnot. I mean, we just got to tell Ukraine, stop shooting. Just stop shooting. I didn't give you permission to shoot. Don't shoot. See, you stop shooting. Therefore, they stop shooting. Hey, Putin, are you done shooting? As long as they don't shoot back. Like, okay, we're done. We're done. But if Putin say, no, I'm done playing this game with them. Decisions have to be made. In all honesty, I think it's in Zelensky's best interest to step down. In all honesty, I think it's in his, if he want to get out of this without looking over his shoulder all the time, he should probably step down. He should step down and look for extradition into the United States. Or else he's, oh my God. I mean, it was bad enough that India and Turkey, I'm sorry, Pakistan. He was lucky that didn't get out of hand. I mean, it was getting out of hand real quick. And he was able to calm that down. Marco Rubio and the other dude, they was able to calm that shit down real quick. They calmed that shit down real quick. Because it was getting ugly fast. I mean, they was getting ready to hit not India's, but the other countries. They didn't ready to hit one of their nuclear sites. Like one of their nuclear power sites. They're getting ready to hit that sucker. The fallout from that would have been nightmarish. You blow up a nuclear power plant, what do you think is going to happen? Chernobyl is going to look like nothing. Yeah, they calmed that down real quick because that was going nuclear. So yeah, this little skirmish, depending on Zelensky, if he can chill out, you can get Putin to chill out. Although I know he probably salty as hell. I know he mad as hell that they tried to kill him. In the middle of a ceasefire too. Yeah, you got to get him to chill out. You got to get both of them to chill out. But you're gonna have to do something about Zelensky. He's just causing too much chaos. He's a wild dog out there. You can't trust him. Yeah, Chernobyl. Yeah, you can't trust Zelensky. So okay, like you know how I say that it's gonna be a hot summer. I mean, this is the end of May. So June is going to be hot. I already said that because you're going to see a lot of Democrats getting prosecuted. And as you can see, they getting started early. You got the judge, you got the congresswoman, you got another judge, you got three judges, probably a second congresswoman, a Hispanic one. They reviewing that footage. I mean, they just getting started. And then somebody brought up, I mean, they're already investigating AgBlue, a Democratic charity site that was stealing people's money from their bank accounts through their credit cards. Because they can bypass the 3-digit security code. Like they was taking in tons of money from American citizens and what looks like also from China, from the CCP, in funding Democratic candidates. Like Jasmine Crockett said, she raised the most money. So therefore she is the smartest, I guess. But she was getting money through Act Blue. Yeah, I mean, man, she got some money from Act Blue. At any rate, you got that, and then you got all of the things that Doge found that where they were saying that, you know, you got Congress people who, I mean, they make $200,000, but they got millions of dollars in their bank account. How did they get that money? And the funny thing is that a lot of them came into office under Biden. They came in office under Biden. This is why this whole auto pen and who was running the White House, this is why all this shit is important. I forgot to touch on that. Yeah, this is why all that is important. Because, I mean, it wasn't just the executive orders we saw out front, but, you know, there were executive orders that were signed with auto pen that, you know, we knew nothing about. Little side deals and stuff. Crazy stuff. I mean, you saw what Doge found. What do you mean circumcisions in Guam? What? 12 trillion. I mean, I'm being ridiculous with them numbers, but still, you know, why would we be funding anything like that? At the tune of what? We'd say $100 million. What? Who signed off on that? Where, what? Okay, well, let's see what you spent the money on. Let me see your receipts. What do you mean you only got $8 million? That's what I signed for. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Well, then where the rest of this money go? And then you just check the wire transfer. I'm like, oh, okay. That's why Elon said a lot of that money didn't even leave Washington. So when Zelenskyy said, I didn't get no $20 billion or $250 billion, like I think I got like $5 billion. I believe him. I believe him. I believe him. I mean, do keep in mind, they fought real hard to, you know, stop Doge. They was trying to keep them out of Social Security. Judge was like, nope, they can get in there. They need more. They argued their case. In order to get the illegals and the fraud out of Social Security, we need access. We need full access. And the judge granted it. That's why Trump offered these people a one-way ticket, $1,000 to go back home. We'll pay for the ticket. Like, because we about to put you motherfuckers out of work. You know how easy it's going to be to find out who you are? I mean, this AI is amazing. You just use it to ask questions on your computer. You'd be surprised at what it does for us. We're military grade. Created, designed, and used by guys who can get a rocket to fly back down, the fuselage to fly back down into orbit without damage. Therefore, they're reusable, and also caught a rocket out of space with a gripper. Like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, those are the guys that are running the AI programs that's crawling through Social Security. So here's your best bet, because you're about to lose your Social Security numbers. Therefore, you can't do anything financially in this country. So here's a one-way ticket home. It's either that or you're going to be out in the streets. Anytime you're ready, we're ready. That's why you hear the Democrats talking about them, oh, Social Security, Medicaid, they're cutting off from Americans and not Americans. Stop it. Stop scaring the people with lies, Hakeem Jeffries. Tell the whole truth, not half of it. Any rate, I'm set that aside. No, but Zelensky's the problem in the discussion. And Trump's probably going to have to handle that problem in the discussion. I mean, what else can he do? He got to solve the problem, and the problem is Zelensky.
You don't have the cards. You're buried there. Your people are dying. You're running low on soldiers. Listen, you're running low on soldiers.